Hello, I'm RetroJules. Do you remember my video, Are You Ruining World of Tanks, where I had a little bit of a rant about lemming trains and people who camp? The reason I made that video is it really annoys me, it was annoying me at higher tiers. So many of you agreed with me, so many of you accepted it as fate and just said, well, yeah, that's the way this game is now, and you weren't overly happy about it. But the reason I made that video was because I got that feeling in the community that everyone was getting a little bit fed up with the whole lemming train camping thing. But one guy stood out and he'd said something completely different. His name is Joe Cedars, and his message was, more crybaby bull. Boo-hoo. I can only control my tank, not everyone else's. If you're the type to blame all failures on others, maybe you should not pug. Don't know what that means. That's like walking into a preschool, then complaining that there are children there. Always wondered why there were children at preschool. If you want good teams, platoon up. Pugs, whoever they are, will always be pugs. You have to adapt to reality. You cannot expect reality to adapt to you. A little harsher than I intended, but my honest opinion. Well, actually that probably wasn't a little harsher than he intended, because if it was harsher than he really intended, then he would have edited it and made it a slightly softer approach. However, he goes on to say, only you can ruin your game, which is very, very true. Love the channel, just disagree with this video, and I have absolutely no problem with that because it wasn't personal. I make these videos, and a lot of the videos I make are to just spark up conversations and controversy and just see how everybody reacts and what people are thinking. It's just interesting. But he did come up with a point, you know, only you can ruin your game. Me as a person making a video is not going to stop lemming trains happening, and I'm not going to stop people camping. And interestingly enough, we have spent our lives lemming training. Whether it's penguins jumping off of glaciers, whether it's soldiers following each other, whether it's cyclists in a peloton, maybe it's just queuing up in the shops. Lemming trains are a natural part of our society. And after reading that message, and thank you very much Joe Cedars for being honest and sending that to me, and I am glad you enjoy the channel too, I thought, well, maybe next time lemmings happen I should embrace it, and maybe, just for once, the game won't be a complete catastrophe.
Copy on me, love machine. Oh, 10-4 pig pen. For sure. By golly, it's clean, clear to Taco Town. Yeah, we definitely got us the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes alive, looks like we got us a convoy.
Arizona, noon on the 7th of June, when they highballed over the pass. Bulldog Mac with a Canon back and a Jaguar hauling ass. He's 10 on the floor, stroking bores, seat cover starting to gain. Now Beaver, you a trucking with a rubber duck, and I'm about to pull a plug on your drain. New Mexico on I-40 like a Texas lizard on glass. 1,000 pedals was mashing the metal and bears was a walking the grass. We trucked all day and we trucked all night, Big Benny improving our style. We could tell by the smell we was heading for hell, and the devil was Dirty Lyle.
Come on, join our convoy, ain't nothing but a
and he hated his truck, and he loved to bust truckers for fun. So he followed the line and he bided his time, and he watched for his chance to strike. Then he picked on a trucker, yeah, wiry old sucker, yeah, the trucker they call Spider Mike. But the great rubber duck sort of run out of luck when he crossed that final bridge. There's choppers and rigs full of guns and pigs, they's wall to wall on the ridge. He showed no fear as he grabbed his gear and he stuck it to Granddaddy low. Them guns went boom and his ass went zoom and the Mac took a terminal blow.
Oh, how about you, Big Nasty? Come on there, say, listen, Big Nasty, we sure are glad you was along on this here run to kick ass, don't you know? 10-4, I know you can't say kick ass on the CB back.
Well, that big black Mac stopped dead in their tracks when the trailer flew high in the air. There was pieces of truck and some pieces of duck and junk and debris everywhere. Then the rig took a drink and commenced to sink, and there was no duck no more. But that evil smile from dirty old Lao showed south from the North Texas shore.
You see, Lemming trains aren't all that bad. I don't know what all the fuss is about. Really, I don't. I feel a little bit American now. Y'all keep safe, y'all keep tanking, and I'll see you soon, you hear?